maybe this is one of the many topics Hall of Fame broadcaster Bob Costas broached with the newly elected Scott Rolen.
Home run again for Scott Rolen.
And only Rolen perhaps can make that play.
A two-way superstar, today Scott Rolen becomes a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Scott, it was quite a scene. All the family and friends waiting for the call. No guarantee it was going to come, but when it came, it was quite a scene.
My family members, they were nervous, they were excited, and you kind of saw each of their personalities migrate to who they are. My mom standing in the kitchen right there, and I walked in, and like I said, it was unscripted. It was a real genuine moment that I got an opportunity to tell my mom and my dad first. It was quite a scene, and it's something that we're going to have in our family for a long, long time.
As you look back on your career, what 2 or 3 moments, not seasons, but moments, stand out?
There's one moment that, you know, is the best moment of my career, and it's not close, it's unequivocal. It's the moment I got called up to play in my first game in Philadelphia. I was in Scranton, my parents were in Florida. I finished the game, a night game in Scranton. I get called up, I have to go back and clear my locker out. We're playing a doubleheader against the Cardinals. And I called them, they drove overnight. And about the 4th inning of game 1, I'm standing at third base, I'm in the field. And I see my mom and dad walk down to their seats in the family section, just lit up. And I'm on the field, and I'm emotional and crying with mom and dad on the seats, and mom's waving to me, of course, on the field. And after 17 years and the whole works, it's still like it's the first moment. It's the best moment of my career because it was so emotional. And again, from my upbringing, from our upbringing, our family, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Number 17, third baseman Scott Rolen.
Who among your contemporaries, who's not in the Hall of Fame at present, do you think ought to join you in the Hall of Fame?
I probably can't answer that specifically, but I will relay a story that I tell quite a bit. I had a lot of great conversations and time with Joe Morgan when I was in Cincinnati. I'll use his words. These aren't my words, but I kind of adopt them now because I agree with them wholeheartedly, that the guys that are on the field and playing and competing day to day, they know who the Hall of Famers are on the field, that they're playing with and against.
Well, for example, you competed against Jeff Kent and against Todd Helton.
Yes.
You saw them both.
Yes.
Kent's eligibility is gone. It'll have to be through a Veterans Committee. But Todd Helton was this close.
Right. Todd Helton's a Hall of Famer. You play against Jeff Kent, and like I said, I don't know what those numbers look like, but he beats you every day.
When you hit against Billy Wagner, you probably had the feeling this guy's one of the best.
I never hit against Billy Wagner, Bob.
What?
I faced him a bunch of times, but I don't think I ever hit the damn ball.
I'll be your straight man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think
a lifetime offer against him?
No, it's not a lifetime offer, but it wasn't something that I was going to write home about.
Ready for a 2-2. Wagner delivers. Swings and he misses. Struck him out with blinding heat.
Like it has been for many Hall of Famers, it was a process. This was your 7th year on the ballot, and you started at only 10%. During the course of those 7 years, did your attitude about the Hall of Fame change in any way?
When I went on the ballot the first time, it was a huge honor. And that was a Chipper Jones year, Jim Thome, big ballot year. And people were telling me, like, hang in there, this is going to be tough for you. You know, it's a tough ballot for you to break into your first year. You know, you need the 5%. And the story was, my son's in 4th or 5th grade, and so we were headed to basketball practice. It goes through, and then you read, you know, that I was at 10% at the end of it. And I looked at him, and he looked at me and gave me a 5, and he says, you know, did we win? I said, oh, we won. That was a winner right there. Let's go practice.
We bought ourselves 9 more years.
That's exactly right.
If need be.
That's exactly right. And I guess last year then, you know, was a pretty good-sized jump. People started reading me numbers and stats and what could happen, and we started trying to brush up on it a little bit and see what it all meant.
You're a Hall of Famer, officially. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.